It is one of the world's most strategically important and porous borders. Smugglers and terrorists have more than 250 points to cross between Afghanistan and Pakistan, some in rugged mountainous terrain virtually impossible for either country to adequately monitor. This lawless area for years has been a safe haven for Al-Qaeda, Taliban, and others intent on undermining the governments on both sides of the border. In order to coordinate efforts to patrol the region and fight terrorism, Afghanistan, Pakistan, and the United States have established the first of 6 planned border coordination centers staffed by soldiers from the 3 militaries. They communicate in English, Dari, and Pashto with the help of interpreters. The first center, along the fabled Khyber Pass on the Afghan side of the border, opened in late March. Here, Afghan, Pakistani, and American forces work, live, and eat together. This allows the 3 forces to achieve mutual understanding and better cooperation, according to Afghan Army Brigadier General Abdul Rahim Faizi.
Currently, the government of Afghanistan, Pakistan, and the people of Pakistan are facing a common enemy, which is Al-Qaeda and the Taliban, who do not recognize any border. So such a center plays an important role in tracking the enemy and sharing information.
U.S. Army Brigadier General Mark Milley says this center is reversing a historic lack of coordination along the border.
It coordinates activities between Pakistan, the Afghan National Security Forces, ISAF, Regional Command East forces, along the border in order to prevent them from having incidents of conflict between each other and in order to focus their efforts against the enemy.
Each month, 1-star generals from the 3 countries meet at the Khyber Pass to discuss how things are going and refine the process. There are calls for the Afghans and Pakistanis to also work with the international coalition forces in Afghanistan to jointly patrol the border. General Milley says the border coordination centers could be a first step in that direction.
That may translate into joint military operations. It's hard to tell what direction that'll take, and only time will tell. But that clearly is a possibility that the foundation of cooperation is being built.
Afghanistan, Pakistan, and the United States acknowledge that any single army cannot effectively police the 2,500-kilometer-long border. The vested interest for the U.S.-led coalition and the NATO forces is not only the immediate neighborhood. Intelligence analysts say that by neutralizing insurgents along the border, they can prevent Al-Qaeda attacks in other parts of the world because the remote terrain remains a planning center and training ground for global terrorist missions. Steve Herman, VOA News, Khyber Pass, Afghanistan.